Hey y'all, it's me, Gillian, the conscious cougar, O to the MG. I am like so touched by the fact that I'm allowing myself to finally check in. My God, I've had this channel since 2016 or maybe a smidge before. I think it was 2016 when I decided that I was going to get the sleeve, the surgery. Have you guys seen? They no longer slice the stomach. Well, they don't have to slice the stomach. They fold it over and make it smaller like that, which is less intrusive. But that's not what I want to talk about it today. I'm back. I want to give you an update where I've been, what's been going on. It's been a year now since my dad passed away, and that was huge. But I really wanted to, because I'm doing a shot now. And I want to tell you about the progress that I'm having. I want to tell you what shot it is, because there are a lot of them out there right now. I'm going to go over everything I've done: Contrave, Saxenda, Ozempic, and now this peptide that I'm doing. And I don't even completely understand exactly what it is, but it's better than Ozempic. And I get it from my doctor. So let's just back the hell up. Hello. How are you? Let me tell you, my starting weight, my highest weight, which I don't know if I acknowledged when I first started doing vlogging here, but the highest I got to was the highest I got to was more than 315 because I knew I was really large, and I said I want to weigh, but I didn't want to see it. So I worked really hard for 2 weeks. And I don't know if I was successful or not because I was right at the beginning of learning what to do. I mean, I only just recently learned about net carbs. I'm like, oh, you can subtract the fiber carbs from the carbs and to see what you really. Shut up. That's awesome. But yeah, I just learned that kind of stuff. And back in those days, I remember in 2009, I hit 275 and I did not understand what the actual hell was happening. Why was this happening to my body? I was doing everything. What? I didn't understand carbs. I didn't understand just the math, the basic math on, getting into your calorie deficit thing and just burning. And I didn't get it. I didn't understand. And so that's what happened. I threw myself on the floor. I had a full on adult temper tantrum I'll never forget, crying. And so it's interesting as I have reduced now, I've come down and I hit 275 again twice in this weight loss effort. And every time I hit 275, it's like, whoa, you're kidding. Oh my God. The last time I was here, I threw myself on the floor and so I'm excited. But this time I'm really excited. But I'm past that now, which is like, oh my gosh, I do believe I'm in the 260s. I think I'm like 269. I wouldn't let the scale stop this morning. I'm like, I jumped off because I want to only weigh on Mondays. And I have a thing. I definitely want to say thank you to fellow weight loss people out there who've shared with me about, or you've shared on your channels, and I feel like you were just talking to me, about how to not weigh every day. That's really not good. I have a friend, he weighs every day, twice a day. Okay. That's really not good. But anyway, keeps him on his P's and Q's. But I not to do it every day and then also to take measurements and also to take a lot of pictures. So I'm already seeing drama from the pictures, especially soon after my dad passed. My dad passed away May 3rd. I had just come out of a huge weight loss thing. I was like working out all the time, which is how I got sick. I was going to a spin class and I loved it. Love spinning. Holy shit. I love rhythm cycling. And that's where they have the best music and they're doing rhythmic stuff and it's upper body and it's just like awesome. Okay. Anyway, let me stop. But I didn't wipe down my bike ever. And I never washed my hands. Like, what was I thinking? I wasn't. And I was at my parents' house 3 days a week, every week. So I got here on a Thursday, and I was a little downish, but not completely. I remember I took myself to get something to eat on, I don't know, Friday, and I got it, and I just didn't feel like eating it that much. My appetite was gone. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, cool. I'm not hungry. But I brought it home, and then I was just kind of sluggish. And then the next morning, and then I also got diarrhea that night. I'm like, that's weird. Why am I getting diarrhea? I hardly ate anything. Like, I think it was food poisoning. And then in the morning, I had the sniffles. I'm like, okay, wait, what's the diarrhea got to do with the sniffles? And then I tested. I said, let me take a COVID test. Took a test, and I was already positive. I was already in my parents' base. My dad caught it. My mom is freaking bionic. It's just, proof that there is a God, because she's around my dad and he fully had it. I fully had it. I remember sitting there going, Mom, I'm right in her face. Mom, do I have a fever? Oh my God. So she just wasn't meant to get it, but my dad got it. And from the first day of his symptoms, which happened I left immediately as soon as I knew I was positive. I'm like, holy shit. I wiped everything down and I left. And within a day or two, he started coughing. And I'm like, coughing? I didn't cough. I just got diarrhea. And anyway, 3 days after he started coughing, he was gone. I mean, he's here, but he was out of his body. His body, out. So I ate everything. Grief grazing, baby. Let me tell you. I'm like, I showed my mom how to make some of the best sandwiches ever. That's got a lot of layers of a lot of good stuff on it. And a sandwich without some potato chips is ridiculous. How are you going to eat a sandwich with no potato chips? What do you... Shut up. Shut up. So, yeah, we were having good food and totally nurturing ourselves emotionally. It was comfort food, comfort grazing, big time. And by the time the funeral happened, which was approximately 25 days later, thank you, military, making us wait that long, I'd gained almost 25 pounds. Yeah. And then I had a really hard time revving up to get that off. So I kept bouncing up into the 290s again. This, same old friggin' story. So bored, so over it. So I'm like, okay, I got to do something. And then I learned most of the time I lie about my age, yo. I lie. And so I want to tell you, I'm going to tell you my age right now, only because it's so important if you're about to, venture into that part of the Golden Girl-ism. But there's some discrimination that happens. Like, there were medications that I freaking wanted, and I don't have Oprah money, okay? So I'm going to have to, figure out how to budget this huge expense. Want you to know that when you turn 65, there's a whole bunch of stuff you don't get to have anymore. Now, my doctor, he's been my doctor for 20 years, so we've got a great relationship. He knows me, he knows my body, and he knows that some of this shit is ridiculous. It's, a blanket clause. But of course, so I said to him finally, I'm like, okay, I can't get Ozempic anymore. I can't, get these things anymore. I'm going to have to pay over-the-counter pricing for these things. Not that my insurance helped that much in the first damn place. I had Blue Shield for a minute, and it was still like $1,100 per month for Ozempic. And Saxenda, same thing. Anyway, so and Saxenda I think is out of style now. I don't even know if that works. And Contrave, which was the first one I did, which are pills, and you have to take those, I think, every day. Those gave me horrible headaches, and so that's my review on that. Saxenda was so-so. I dug it, though, because I definitely felt it affecting my mind. Ozempic was the bomb. I made the mistake, or just didn't get guidance, to increase the dose over time. You don't want to start with a high dose, you'll feel sick, but you do want to increase it, and I didn't do that, so it kind of plateaued on me. But otherwise, I really loved it once a week, and now I'm doing this peptide, which is stronger than Ozempic, and I shoot myself once a week, and it is amazing. It's so much stronger, and basically what's happening is my thoughts are not about the food. But I was going to tell you something, right? So you don't get to have these things. How am I doing this? Because my insurance is not helping, okay? Not. So, thank goodness I'm a psychic reader over at Purple Ocean. Not trying to do a commercial, but yo, if you need a reading, you come find the Conscious Cougar at Purple Ocean. Okay, purpleocean.co. Get the app on your phone. One of the best places to get a reading. All of my sister and brother readers are pretty damn good. So but I'm the best one though. Anyway, so that is helping me pay for this. Yes, I am on there disciplined, making my money so that I can get my Ozempic. No, not my Ozempic, but my peptide. And I don't know how else to explain it. And I think if you go online, I said to my doctor, how do I explain to people what I'm taking? You know, they say peptide. He said, yeah, and you go online and there's a bunch of different peptides and whatnot. But yeah, I forget what else he said after that. But it's a peptide. That's peptide. Anyway, I'm spending $500 a month through my doctor on this. I've also heard another thing. I'm in Riverside, California now. And there's this place that I learned of through my nail place. And they're doing Ozempic for $130 something a week there. So, and I think they must have a doctor there who can prescribe. But anyway, my doctor would prescribe anything to me. And the first thing I did was he said, you know, go and find out how much everything costs. I priced Ozempic, and that was $1,799, $1,799 per month without insurance. And then the Mogave one, that one, which is also supposed to be better than Ozempic, that was going to be $1,300 per month. So I let him know, and I said, you know, maybe I'll do the $1,300 one. Give me a minute. Let me psych up. And he said, well, you know, there's a less expensive one than that. It's this peptide, and it's $500 a month. And I'm like, but I'm about to up my dose, so it's about to become either 700 or 1,000 for the month. Trust me, I'm doing some readings. I'm reading your tarot. I'm medium in everything, and not to belittle any of that, because that is totally a world that I find very valid and legit. But anyway, yeah, just working a lot right now because it's working. It's absolutely shutting down that part of my brain that says, you know, food. And I really actually walk up to it and I'm like, there's a pushback. There's something psychological, like a push back from the food. And I freaking love that. I want to do what Oprah did, yo. Shoot. And so my leggings are fitting better and everything. Should I stand up? I feel like I'm wearing not a sexy t-shirt right now. So, but anyway. But so what's happening that I'm so happy about is, yeah, this way. But I don't have a comparison for you. I'll have to, I don't know if I'm going to really edit this video. If I really edit, then I can throw in pictures for you, because I'm stunned at some of the pictures that I've seen from video that I did of myself less than a year ago. Like right after my dad passed away, like I put so much weight back on from spinning. Like it was like I never spun anything. Waste of time. Anyway, so that happened. Let me pause for a second and make sure that I've said everything I want to say for today. Okay. Emphasis on the age thing. They discriminate against people 65 and older. They say no person over 65 will be prescribed certain things that they call narcotics, like pain things and stuff like that. There's a lot that you don't get anymore after you're 65, including Ozempic and things like that. And so I'm kind of like, damn, if I had known, I'd have stocked up. I'd have figured out a way to stock up. And I believe that my doctor would have supported me on that. Because what's this? This is like not cool. Not at all. But so anyway, luckily there is a solution. And I'm paying less right now than I was paying the $1,000 a month or so after insurance for Ozempic before. So I never got the $25 Ozempic. My plan never ever paid that, no matter how much I needed it. You know, my A1C would be up like 5.9. I hit 6 one time. And it's still, they're like, you know, yeah, we'll prescribe it, but we're not going to pay for it. So that's my story. I'm so happy to be back. I always make the commitment to do more of these. I'm doing that again. And I have so much to share and everything, so much, but this is enough for today. I hope you guys are doing well. And please comment below on your experience with, you know, shots and pills and whatever you think works, or if you have any questions, let me know. And then, you know, if you comment, then I'll know that you were here, and I'd like to come visit you on your channel too. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye.